First things first, happy Halloween to all those who can actually enjoy it. For everybody else, kind of like me, I really didn't get to enjoy that much for Halloween. Mainly due to the fact I actually didn't get to dress up this time. I mean, I have my costumes up there. I'm just going to post some pictures later on Instagram. But if anything, I hope you all had a very good Halloween. I hope you're having fun, like partying with friends, enjoying some candy, dinners, or if you're more like the religious folk and stay inside without doing Halloween, hope you're having a good church sermon, a good
Bro,
religious benefits. I hope you're having fun, and I hope you're doing fine. But
bro,
going
are
into,
we gonna?
I'm not. I actually have a few cousins and a few family members that don't celebrate Halloween.
Okay. I was just gonna say, bro, are we gonna ignore the fact that Mike just doxed himself at the very beginning?
But if any case, I'm going to set a warning disclaimer for this. When it comes to the new session that I'm planning, since we're taking a little bit of a hiatus for Radiant Pandemonium, caution is what you're going to see and what you're going to hear reflects on a very, very dark part of myself. A very, very dark part of a few characters built into the entirety of every one of these players' backstory and history. Keep in mind, I still plan to do things in a way that is within my own rule set, and we have a new game system for Nightmare Paradise. Game system is pretty much the exact standard thing. You have your various array of dice. You have your various array of character, like classes, personality traits, and everything. But the combat system pretty much is you can attack on an action. You are allowed to attack on a bonus action. Spells higher up is to like cantrip and one. You're able to cast a few spells. I can allow that. Just only cantrips and level ones. And mainly to the fact of a few counterplay moments to where if you have like a counterspell or anything and you're trying to decharm the effect, the system is you're going to do, and surprisingly, you're going to roll your standard d20, either add your arcana or your charisma, like charisma, intelligence, wisdom, right around those realms. It's
Whatever
either
your
of that two things.
spellcasting modifier would be, right?
Yeah, either what your spellcasting modifier is or roll arcana.
Okay, yeah.
Also, there is a system in here which is called Nightmare Fuel. Nightmare Fuel, everyone has a threshold on this to where we start at the random level. If they fail the first heap and tokes of like nightmares, if they fail that first product, they are considered frightened, and the levels go up until it reaches to the breaking point. Everyone has a tier list of their exact same moments to where they are able to break. If they reach the third tier, they are considered paralyzed in the moment of any form of combat. Outside of combat, if they are sleeping, they are stuck in what is known as the nightmare realm. The only way for you to break that hold is to either beat a wisdom save or wait until another party member knocks you out of said hold. The way you can knock a person out of that specific hole, you
I
need
completely.
you either
Did you say something?
need a tome of restoration or dive deep into the subconscious themselves, meaning you need to have either a cleric on deck or a wizard to go into the mine. But either who, it's pretty much the exact same with a few tweaks. And I also have a few territories for a good bit of rewards, a little bit of traps and tricks going along the board. But let's start the session of Nightmare Paradise. And I hope that you enjoy the session as much as it's been like multitude of like months and years since I last played and made this little campaign, and I have a few of my own mythical creatures.
Nice, nice.
But that said, start it up. Right. I need everybody to, first off, roll me Constitution check.
Okay, just to check, not a problem.
Oh, that's so great. 6. No, 9. I know how to count.
All right.
With a 9, we just add our modifier, not the save modifier, right? Or sorry, with just a check.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
it's your
mod-
basic con stuff.
That is a 17. Hang on.
All right. 9,
From
17.
17 from Gabe.
There we go.
21 from Mike.
All right. 9, 17.
I listened to you, Becca, and I actually
19,
put
21.
points into my con.
All right. Make sure I'm correct. 9,
Congrats.
17. It's 9, 17, 21, and what else?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Gabe, you got the 21, correct?
That would be Michael. I got a 17.
Oh, you got a 17.
Yes.
All right. Let's start off with Mike. First off,
Right.
I would say let's start off with Mike, but let me give you a little bit of a world building real quick.
First notes of the evening.
For which we don't start off in the beginning of what this is. We start off somewhere deep into the future. Everything is cold. Everything is on fire. Everything is breaking apart as we speak. Bodies stuck onto the ground, blades, bows, shield broken, torn and ripped, armor, metal, townsfolk, stands are broken in the rubble, and holding right there in the middle, where we can see a silhouette grasping into what looks to be the unknown. Fires set all around, chain of ice, lightning, and acid. Storm being made into the sky, to where in that open sky it is nothing but just pure darkness and a torn rip in the plane. Holding his chest, looking around to where there is a momentary of fellow allies standing there holding their weapons, a few leaned up against each other trying to take a stand, holding their blades and hammers, axes right in from the fray, and trying not to give up, breathing heavily with blood glancing out all over the ground, standing in front to where they can see the enemy that they were facing. It's two people, two different creatures. The silhouette is bumped, holding up, pointing straight into the direction of we can see were made to be the fabled heroes. That infamous roaring straight out, causing everything around them all to end. It's where everything fades to black. Shifting throughout into the past, to a future that looks so destroyed and dismal. Fading back to where we see standing on the church side, holding his bearing right next to a few apothecaries, a few armor shops, a few food stands. We see a character standing there, keeping his idle mind, Mike, can you introduce this character for us?
So, you see, I'm going to pull up my sheet description. It's a lot I had right in the very beginning. You see about a 5'8", dark-skinned, black hair with patches of like darker, more bushy hair, red eyes, a man with just kind of this stature and a leather suit that kind of covers most of his limbs and stuff. He's got long pants, like a track coat, and he looks very perturbed, like he's looking at something that isn't there.
This one, what would you be looking for exactly, Sagri?
I'm looking for nothing in particular, just lost in thought. Standing there.
Pretty much like spaced out, keeping cloaked into the dusk to where you can see all around into the whole entire sky. It is nothing but just night, to where there are moons in the sky. An array of moons kind of set like reflecting light on one upon another. A total of about like 3 moons that you can see. No sunlight. The way you can tell from the light itself, for at this time it is right around like the afternoon dusk, almost heading towards nighttime, or like a rough like 7:44, almost towards like 8, almost 8 sharp.
I'm just, as I'm looking around, I kind of like look at my hands again, clench them, and I just start walking further into the town. Head up, eyes like kind of glazed over, not really looking at anything particular, just moving forward.
You walk straight into the town known as Oasis. Oasis is pretty much the central standing point of the Isle of Tamriel. Tamriel was named after, the whole island itself was named after a dragon. Dragon that was roaming this whole entire plain, and mainly the biggest piece of the land itself, of the whole entire plane of Chalice, like the whole plate of Chalice. Tamriel was a very big, from what you can tell in your history archives, a lot of people will say very terrifying, very tactical, but if anything, a very ancient dragon built on power.
Okay.
Now, walking through town, what are you looking for the most?
Place to sit down, away from guards, a place where like townspeople would gather, like a tavern.
So you find like a quick tavern around here.
Just kind of shoulder in, look around, and find a place secluded in the corner to sit down.
Found like a little table, a bar still right behind. Keeping to your composure. So just sitting there, keeping to your mind. The bar, like a hostess comes over there, tries to give you, see if you want any food or drink.
What language is she speaking?
Speaking straight common.
Okay. I say, I'm good, thank you.
Well, um, if you want anything to drink or food, the bar's open over there.
I just kind of nod and I say, when I'm ready, I will talk.
That's fine by me.
I would like to be left to my own devices for a time. Thank you.
Walks away.
I kind of I look at my look into my backpack. I'm looking for something. I pull out this ration that I have, and I just start undoing it and start eating the ration. Sit back in the chair. Life is hard on your own.
After digesting, trying to get your bearings together, food-wise.
I'm looking around. I'm looking for people that look like they're enjoying themselves.
There's a grand total of like a lot of people in here enjoying themselves, either kept themselves via party or just having fun of their own accord. A few people drinking and eating, a few people riding, a few people collecting their stuff, a few chants going all around.
I kind of smile looking at all these people. Do I recognize any of the dances they're doing?
Not a lick of sense. They're not.
A little bit depressed about that. I'm like, the traditions of my land, they don't make it this far south. It's a little bit depressing, but we were small folk. I'm looking around for anyone that looks like they're looking at me specifically.
There's like a few stragglers looking at you.
What do they look like?
Just a standard array. Few like wrestly-looking human scars over their faces. A few battle orcs. Kind of like a rare of like
nothing like me.
Of half human. Some being.
I'm looking for shifters.
Not a lick of sense. It's not rare, but not a lick of sense in this bar.
I kind of pull my hood over myself and kind of lean forward over the scraps of my ration that I had. And I just start like tapping my leg. I push my chair back, stand up, and I walk over to the bartender / waitress.
You see her just walking around, asking like a few people for food, and she's looking at you. Like, can I do? Like, she's not looking, but she's paying attention to like the few customers' orders. Like, what can I do for you?
Do you serve juice?
Juice? Do you? What type of juice?
Grape.
Grape juice. Do you want wine instead?
No.
Sure. I think there's a bit of grape juice around here. I'll check.
No fermentation, please.
I'll look into it.
Thank you. And I'll go sit back down in the corner.
You like to sit down in the corner?
I'm like very nervously tapping my leg while I'm like anticipating them coming around. Looking around, even more wary of eyeballs.
It's just like the same ones that were looking at you. To where they kind of just like look away from you a little bit.
I kind of glare at them, waiting for them to stop.
They were looking at you until they stopped to go back to their looking at their table for a few party members. So you wait like a good 5 minutes where there's juice on the table. Give this. All right, here you go. About 4 silver.
I pay them. Wait, I have to figure out how to do this again. Remove a gold. Add 10 silver. Subtract 4 silver. We're good. I mean, they do change, right? So I hand them my gold and expect 6 silver back.
Yeah, where you hear like buckling.
Right. I'm sorry, I only carry gold.
A lot of people don't carry silver as much, so if anything, it's not surprising.
Thank you. I like put my hands together, like doing this. I actually say a phrase in Sylvan.
So you see.
Oh wait, no, it's Dwarvish. Sorry, for some reason I don't know Sylvan. I know Dwarvish. I say a phrase in Dwarvish. I'm just saying thank you in Dwarvish.
You see her immediately just like nod, walks away from the table. You have your
Insight. Does she know what? Does she understand Dwarvish? Can I
She
insight
doesn't.
that? Okay. It doesn't bother me. It was just habit that I started speaking the language of my hometown.
You got your juice?
I have it. I take it. I'm just like looking at it, still looking around, take a sip. Is it juice?
It's juice.
Good. I don't want to be here long. I don't like the atmosphere. The people, they look too much. I'm looking around again. Are the same people, like, kind of stealing glances at me?
Not anymore.
Good. Are they still here?
Yes.
Okay. I don't like what is happening. I need to learn more about this place. Excuse me, I kind of say to whoever's next to me, like the closest person to me.
Yeah. What do you want?
I'm curious what you do for work here. I'm looking for places to work.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Oh, what is your occupation, perhaps? There are openings in that field, and I would be curious.
Well, where I'm working, there is an opening. And mainly for the fact that I am much more of a smuggler. And that is an occupation that you don't want to talk about out loud.
No, at the hint of the word smuggler, I just kind of go quiet and go back to my corner. I leave. And I'm severely tapping my leg in my seat. A lot more paranoid.
Giving it a glance to where you're just tapping, like repeatedly, feeling perspiration.
Like I'm impervious to all the noises. Like the sound of my head beating, like the blood rushing to my head is just overpowering everything at this point.
You feel everything perspiring, everything dripping from the second. Each time you take your breath, it just feels thin around in the air.
Douglas, I need to get out of here. I just run out.
You run out immediately.
I didn't even finish my juice, bro.
Dashing into the alleyway. Fear has taken over you in a way that it takes most people by surprise. Tense illusions to your mind sometimes plays tricks on you.
Smuggler, that means there's more of them. He probably works with a big group. They probably have been looking at me all night. They know, they must know who I am. They must know what I am. This is not good. I need to leave here. I'm just briskly walking, leaving this part of the town, and going more out towards like the outside. Brisk pace.
Outside of the whole town, or just the outside of the area?
The area in general.
Right, to where you're going through alleyways, ducking through left and right. We're gonna zone off you. Switch straight up to bold, bashful. In a moment to where first introduction that we see the person that we know is pain going through. The paranoia kicks in. But moving throughout the winds, through the air. I mean, tougher stuff, maybe. But better morale. Austin, introduce us to your character.
Oh, where am I at?
I would say where your character would be in a glimpse of hope. Probably since he's like a bruiser, like he'd probably be in the roughneck areas.
All right.
Kind of like you're in the big middle of like where there's a lot of food stands, a lot of shaman places, like the freaking district market.
Like a sort of like a central hub of the city where there's some shops, a little bit of temple stuff like that.
Yeah, minus the temples.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Torvald, will look to the shamans and just brush them off as he's walking through.
Do you not
Guessing
looking through you like, do you not want any food? Promise me the food real good. Food good.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
No food. The way you're brushing them off. Being that, where would he be doing in this moment? Like, what would he be looking for? Where would he be going?
He'd probably be looking for a place to rest. He's probably been walking for a while.
There's like a few benchwares, right around like the market district. You can probably say like one of the benches to get your bearings.
Yeah, that's fine. He most likely stand out. He has very pale skin, large splotches of what looks to be red tattoos, but they look to be dried up something.
Kind of just like sitting there on the bench. What compels in your mind? What is he looking for? What does he want?
He's in his head he's more seeking redemption of what he's done, sort of looking to help out in any way he can to rectify on what he's done in his own past.
Pain is in your mind. Images being broken down constantly to where fear keeps in your head, trying to keep your bearings together. But alas, what happens in this line of life? It just happens. Pain of eerie moments, pain of revolution, moments happen. They're to be defined by most things.
Yeah.
Contemplating, keeping that grasp in your mind. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw? I got you, brother. Hey, natural 20 to make it a 23.
And a natural 23. Thinking and rubbing your head to where you feel something trying to invade, as it looks like speed slows down and time freezes. Hearing something quake, it feels like in your mind, but sounds relatively out loud for you. Something's nearby. Something in your mind. Something is coming to get you. You don't know if it's hostile. You don't know if it's calming, but something's out here. You can hear that heartbeat. Beating to where you see a person in a cloak, kind of looking around, like a mist around, holding his hands together, kind of like rubbing his hand, his wrist, and his forearm. Walking through as like time is being slowed, a little bit of slowed walking, to where you see him looking at you. Oh, you've noticed it too, haven't you?
I guess I have.
Strange. Why is everything slow? Time ticking at a different pace. Where time is infinite at once, but the slow count straight into the path towards close to midnight. Sorry for being abruptly very unnerving. What might your name be? Who are you?
I wish not to disclose much about myself.
Oh, that is fine. That is fine. You can call me Bearer. You are pretty very complex. I'm trying to disclose on who you are. To where you see him get close, to where he goes to like touch your arm. Do you let him? Looking you to where he's gonna go reach for your arm, and he's like, strange. And he goes to touch. What do you do?
I guess I said I'd let him touch my arm. I don't feel immediately threatened by him.
When he touches your arm, I need you to go ahead and roll again a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, wisdom saving throw. That's a 21.
You feel something quake immediately in your chest, to where as soon as he touches you, something feels heavy, something striking you, literally, to where you can feel the cold of his hands, to where you still can't see his face. This fascinating, very fascinating. You are extremely, not only just well-toned, you have so much misery in you. My. Can you hunker down quick? I need to look at
Hunker
you.
down.
I need to look at your face.
Look at my face. You can see my face pretty clearly from where I can, from what I can see.
I need to see it up close. Very up close. anything, to where he touches your arm again and you feel restraint for a second, causing you to go forward to where you are now within height level of him. To where he holds your face right in front of you. Where he holds your face, where you can feel the coldness of his hands, to where he fully puts his head to where his cloak is, since you still can't see his face, straight to you, up and close, kind of almost engulfing you. Give me another wisdom save, but -5 this time.
Wisdom save -5. 17.
You feel encumbered to where you're looking straight into the cowl, and you're trying to notice if you can look and see his face. You are seeing an endless abyss, to where you think there is no bottom, there's no back, there's no representation. You're trying to look for his face, clear in sight, but you can't. Because if anything, it is just cold, in a bit of darkness. You feel like you are being overshadowed and encumbered, restricted, like you're about to fall and fade, moving, motionless like a statue. You hear his voice. Yes, quite yes. You are broken. Deeply broken. So sad and pitiful. Poor bruiser. Sad man. Do you want this pain to go away? Say the word, and I can take that pain deeply away from you. Or it feels like he is pulling you deep into that void.
I appreciate the offer, but the pain is what makes me the man I am.
If you're getting pushed into that void, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'd like to try to headbutt him.
Roll to hit.
I gotta go to the thingy. Wop hop. That's a dirty 20.
You go to try and headbutt him to where you are getting pulled in there even more ferociously, to where you can't even connect to where his head is. You are getting pulled, dragging, sucked straight into the cowl. To the glimpse of the moment, you're getting dragged even more to where your heart is starting to beat toward that ominous heartbeat that you heard earlier is beating up faster and faster, to where it's not even supposed to be going at that fast rate, in a sense to where adrenaline is boosting into your system. You are feeling like you are within near death, the heart racing even further, faster than a lightning bolt. It's kicking in immediately, to where you hear him say, "You will be cured, and you will be even more right in your mind." What would you like to do?
I would like to do a cantrip.
You actually have the light cantrip.
Yes, via my race.
Alright. You immediately blast out a light cantrip, able for you to break out of the hold, sending you flying, knocked prone onto the ground, to where you see it go sweeping, revealing the cowl straight out, to where you can see this man's face. One eye is completely scarred over, not even shown, to where it's one bright eye, glowing, blind and light, pure white, to where it looks like he can completely blind and can't see. Medium hair slicked to the side, to where you can see the big gashing scar of arcane on the side of his head. The cowl holding his sharp teeth, looking at you like, just screeching at you in a ancient dialect, where you see it flee straight into the mist.
Question. Was this ancient dialect abyssal, celestial, or primordial?
Only one root of the language that you're trying to listen on is interpretable.
Okay.
And it's pretty much a quarter of the sentence, to where it says, "End of time." It trudges off deep into the mist, to where time resolves and goes back into its according order. Laughter of crowd, talking of banter, a little bit of steel clanging. Time is back and moving at its regular pace. But your heart is still beating, to where it's beating back at the regular pace and at the sped up pace. You are pretty much encumbered into the fact, I would say, take about 3 points of psychic. Pain. So that keeps on reverberating into your head, that wickedness. But what do you like to do?
Well, I guess staying outside's not the best idea at the moment. I'll go look for a tavern or some place to stay, as I use an action to restore myself 1 hit point.
Alright. To give yourself a little bit like a boost back up, to where your breath is trying to maintain its stability, and you go look for either a tavern, a inn, and you go onto your precarious ways throughout the city of Oasis. Moving on, trudging through, going through the motions, to where wind takes a great stronghold, flaring out into the sky, to where it peaches throughout into another area, maybe keeping to the sylvan bearings, maybe walking around, getting a feel of the land even more, or probably just trying to find, I don't know, at least some food, and a place to stay for the night. Gabe, introduce your character.
You all can see a around 5'6" Eric Hakara. He's white feathered, with studded leather armor. He's about average weight for an Eric Hakara, which is 100 pounds. And he's got a bow on his back. Its craftsmanship is unlike anything that is recognizable sold on a market.
taking the moments to where you're just keeping yourself bearings, like making sure your gear is fine, still with intact, still feasible, useful.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do as you're just keeping your bearings out? The part of town that you're in, you're pretty much near, like, since you are in Tamriel, the island, the capital of the whole entire island itself is Oasis. You're pretty much there near like a few bits of apothecaries, um, a few battle arenas, a few guild halls, and the embassy of the king himself, tower guards of everything.
Well, I'm just kind of... What I want is for a place to drink.
You're gonna be looking for a tavern where you're walking through the midnight skies themselves.
So I'm kind of walking. I've got a bit of a saunter, kind of an ego about my steps.
Just keeping your banter alive, morale alive. Where you are walking about 10 minutes, finding yourself caught between the gaze of the moon still out, or the moons are still out, locating to where it's right around nighttime, and mentioning to the skies to where you can see an astral lights of 3 moons in the sky. In corpuscle to the legend, you can see there is no sun, no set stone of horizon. How it works to tell the placate of night and day, from which you can see the moon is blue. Blue representing to the coalescence of night, healing. Where it moves straight into the starlight. The first red moon, kind of like reddish tint, almost orange, is representative of the sun in a sense, but burning straight light. Day, possibly in a sense of the ferocity of it, intimidation, from what a lot of people it's happened to if they are going by the moon, if it's red, madness, or cheerfulness. Caught between in the middle of the way lines to where it mixes in coalescence with the red and blue to give it that dusk feel. Balance. Keeping into the spiritual waves harmonizing of the moon's healing and confidence. It's a resemblance of dusk. Dusk keeping with the way lights. From right now, it does not reach into the horizon line, right towards midnight. Once it hits midnight, 3 moons will stand straight into the middle of the sky. You have about a few hours to go before it reaches to that daylight. For you can see, looking throughout the whole entire posters, there's supposed to be a festival happening right around the time, right around close to 9:30.
Well, I'm looking to get into a tavern.
Gonna go look for the tavern, reaching out to the sky a little bit, catching the breeze, looking around, being mesmerized, going to market quarterstone after quarterstone. You are now glancing to at the tavern doors to where you are able to walk straight in, and you see 2 people like wailing at the bar, where one of them just like looks over, shrugs, nods their head over, walking over towards you, saying, Yeah. What can I do for you? Would you like a table, seat, booth, or do you just want to sit at the bar?
I look. Is there like a secluded corner with like a table where like nobody's sitting?
Only secluded table I would say would be the booth.
I just say, I want to sit alone.
No, if you want to sit alone, try the back alley, like the back booth right there.
I'll say, okay, as I walk back there.
And you walk back there to where it follows you and saying, "Alright, so would you like food, drink, or are you waiting?"
I'll just say, I need the strongest stuff you've got.
How strong are we talking exactly? Strong to knock you out or just strong?
Strong enough to make me forget.
Okay, so strong enough to knock you out.
No, because I don't want to be knocked out because I want to drink more.
Well, if anything, I'll just have to give you the strong, like the quote-unquote strong we have, not the strongest.
I say, that'll be fine.
Okay, you see, walk over and speaks in a dialect that you probably wouldn't understand. What languages do you know?
I know Celestial, Common, and Dwarvish.
You understand a little bit of the Dwarvish part.
Okay.
What it is like
What do I make out what she's saying? Kind of. She or he? I'm not sure.
He.
Okay.
To where he you heard him say, you might as well just give him like the special bit of brew that we have sitting right there at the countertop.
Special brew, huh? I think. Alright, let's see if it's better than the last place.
You see, like a bit pouring, to where he slides it over, pushes it over. It's for your keen eye, it looks like coffee.
I just stare at it. Then I look up at the bellhop slash busboy slash waiter.
Well, one, you're not in the hotel, so it'd just be the host.
I look at the host and I just say, thanks. So I grab a hold of the handle and kind of pull it towards me.
You make a Constitution save.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm just kind of sitting there holding this mug, looking at it. Can I tell what it is?
Constitution. Again, I did say it just looks like coffee to you.
So I'm just looking at it. It's like coffee. Do I want to drink this? Constitution, that save is a 17.
Take a sip of it. To where it's mighty, mighty strong.
Ooh.
It's very bitter. Very, very bitter. To where it hits differently.
Like,
Different taste
well, it's
of it.
definitely stronger than the last place, but is it enough?
It's enough to where you're feeling like a bit tipsy.
Oh yeah. There we go. As I take another sip.
Get another sip to where it's like now it's even more bitter than what it usually is.
God.
Holding to that bearing where you have a little bit left. Do you wish to partake in it again?
I'm looking at it as I just go, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as I take the rest of it.
You take the rest of it to where you get a hint of caramel, a hint of whiskey, and a dash of triple sec.
Oh, I should have mixed this thing. All the sweetness was at the bottom.
You get done drinking it, where that one wasn't as bitter, but it was pretty tasteful.
Well, not bad. But as I'm like just sitting there, I'm not gone.
Oh, between the means of senselessness, you tried to forget, but the memories are still there.
At that point, I'm so enveloped in my memories that I just kind of scoot back, just stand up.
Stand up.
I forget of why.
Hope. Memories won't go away for some reason, but they'll still stay there for a apparent moment. Memories are still there, mainly because you want to forget, but you're not allowed to forget.
Gonna just look around carefully, eyes scanning the room. Is anybody staring at me?
Well, there was like a few people staring at you whenever you got up, but it's like the Australis of we see staring, like we see staring up a little bit. Then look away.
So nobody's looking at me right now.
It was like a mental note, just staring at you for a bit.
I'm going to take my hood, flop it up, and start to slowly stride out of the tavern.
Stride out of the tavern, keeping to yourself composure, to where you hear him, wait, before you go, you have to pay.
I hear that and I keep walking, as if I can't hear him.
To where you go to walk out, where he grabs your shoulder. Nope, no, you have to pay.
And I just kind of turn around. How much?
4 silver pieces.
I just say, for... I pull out a gold.
He takes the gold. Hold on, let me go get your change.
I wait for him.
Goes back. In a second, comes back with 4 silver. Here you go.
With 4 silver or 6 silver?
With 4 silver, because you can tell for a fact he took 2 gold pieces. Wait, not 2. What's it? 2 gold pieces? 2 silver.
I look and I say, that's not what I'm owed.
I want you to read that sign right there, to where you see him point towards the sign. Leave and don't pay. It says leave and you don't pay. They are allowed to grab bonuses.
I say, well, I haven't left yet.
You left the bar door. You didn't pay. So, 2 pieces.
I look at my foot. Is my foot out the door?
Yes, actually, you did leave out. Because you said you kept walking. Your foot's up. Yeah, your foot's up the bar.
I look up at him and I say, sounds like a cheapskate rule to check drunkards who forget where they are.
It's not a cheapskate rule. It's any rule for any bar that wants to enclose that rule.
I say, and what happens if people ignore you and keep walking?
They ignore, you have to talk to the council guards.
Let's just say, I just take my 4 silver and I just stare at him.
Talk to the council guards. If you still don't pay, you have to do your wishes. You don't get the deed done. We don't get paid. You don't leave.
I just say, well, I paid you. Take your silver, and I just leave.
So where you see him walk back inside. Walk away.
As I'm just looking at my pockets, and they're looking kind of empty, and I'm just like, I was really hoping I could save some money.
You're walking deep to catch your bearings. You're right of mind, at least.
I'm looking around. Does anybody? I'm gonna. Okay. I'm walking. Is there anybody walking from the other way? Anybody else on the streets?
There are a handful of people on the streets, but walking your way in particular, no.
I'm gonna turn around and start to walk in the opposite direction of some people.
Right, you walk the opposite.
I go to cross paths with someone with my hood down, and I'm going to intentionally bump into a person that I see. What are the other people that are walking the other way? What do they look like?
Just regular townsfolk, just a few elves.
Elves? Got it. So I'm gonna kind of walk with my head down and intentionally bump into one of the elves. And as I bump into him, I want to try to pickpocket some gold from him.
Sleight of hand.
Okay. Okay, that is a 17.
You go to bumping into one of them to swipe a few pockets to where you're able to just get a little bit, like a 5 gold pieces, to where they stop and pat themselves. Hey!
I say, apologies, sir. As I bump into him, I just go, oh, sorry.
Whatever. Keeps walking.
I'm just going to keep walking, and as I walk forward, I'm going to duck into an alleyway.
You duck straight into an alleyway. Keep your sense of mind. Throw a few murmurs of words saying what a lucky day. Still no more money, not enough to put on the table. Great.
Did I get the 5 gold from him?
Yes.
Awesome. Alright, I got my money back. We chill.
It's a lot, as soon as you're into an alleyway, you hear that voice still saying, what happened to... Great, no more fucking money. Barely can even eat this week anyways.
I'm ignoring him. I'm like, he has no idea how broke I am. He should be happy. Happy he at least has something.
From what you can tell, as soon as you were picking his bucket, that was only what he had.
I don't know that he doesn't have a chest at home filled with gold. Maybe that's all he carries on him.
To where you're into the alleyway corner, keeping to your mind. Wisdom saving throw.
So I'm just sitting there, kind of folded,
Wisdom
hooded
saving
down.
Throw.
Wisdom save.
Say it again.
That is a 10.
Time pauses immediately as soon as you're tossing a few coins in the air. You can hear...
What is this?
You can hear a heartbeat. You can hear your heartbeat.
I just go, it's happening again.
You are calculating for a moment. You are pretty much frivolous. You're hearing a heartbeat, but you're also hearing another heartbeat.
Who's there?
Walking around lurking to where you see a person running around. A little bit, a few moments to where the time is still paused, so there's like a few people running into the inner streets. But you see, cloaked up, holding and rubbing his hands and wrists. Too much information. Too much. Too much. Way too much. Oh, it's happened again. It's happened again. Much more. As you're just looking around and saying, who's out there? That heartbeat still going again.
I'm gonna try to hide, or can I not move?
You're able to hide. Give me a stealth.
Okay, I'm good at those. That is a 15 plus 7, that is a 22.
You're running away, trying to actually get your bearings.
Just gonna try to duck behind in the alleyway. Maybe there's some boxes or something.
You're hiding behind your stone alleyway, keeping quiet until the morning, stuck into like the deep crevices of dark. Where you hear walking through, like peeping through the corner. No one's there. So you're still hearing that heartbeat.
I'm just gonna try to hold my breath.
Holding your breath. Your voice. Oh, you can hear it too, can't you?
I'd say, who are you?
I'm sorry, who?
Who are you?
Oh, I am. Who are you first? I want to know who you are first before I give my name. I don't want to be too old. So it can be.
I'm looking around. Do I see anyone?
You're looking around to where you were hiding and peeping around the corner. As soon as you see no one turn back, he was right next to you. Man in the cowl, looking at you, hunched down, holding his hand.
I like back up against the wall. I say, where did you come from?
Oh, hi. You look different. Very different.
I wanna insight this guy. Does he seem shady? Does he seem
Insight.
good, bad? Can I tell? Let's see. Insight. Oh, nice. That is a dirty 20.
You go ahead and check to see if he is. He is maddening. He is not. He's deranged in a way, but in this whole entire spiral, where he seems super shady, he is strangely calm, calming in the way his voice is, keeping him off guard to where you don't trust, but he's calm.
Say, how are you so mad and yet so calm.
I've done nothing that makes me of those characteristics, but I am calm. After all, I'm still trying to piece together to where you hear that heartbeat and it's picking up in pace to where he's getting closer towards you. Why do you look so familiar? Tell me who you are.
I say, if I look so familiar to you, then how do I not know who you are? Is he covering his face?
This
Do I
cowl,
recognize his voice at all?
you do not recognize the voice from what his appearance is. It's just a cowl over what he's wearing, because the clothing that he's wearing, it's pretty much kind of druid-like clothes, but much more to where like wrapped up, hands are covered up, kind of wearing like a druid, like a druid-like tunic. Not druid in like the spellcaster, druid in like kind of necromancy like.
Druid in the way he looks,
Yeah.
like a reaper,
Yeah.
reaper's clothing kind of.
Kind of like Reaper's clothing, kind of wearing very like, kind of looks like heavy like clothing, but looking at you like, are you scared of me?
I say, I don't know how to feel about you. I say, I don't know you. I don't trust you. Why should I tell you my name?
He's getting closer. It was so much more fun. Very fun. I like this little shindig that we're pretty much doing. And going off of words picking apart. I can tell you, but as long as you tell me your name as well, I can tell you.
Say, are you a lonely fellow? Perhaps you want a friend.
Oh, I do want more friends. I want to play more, yes.
I say, well, I'm not the person for that. I say, I'm a loner.
Oh, that's so sad. Give me another wisdom save.
That would be an 8.
He's getting even more closer to where you're still back against the wall. Your heart is beating even more faster. To where you see him go to touch your arm.
I'm gonna try to duck out of the way.
So here he goes to touch your arm, where you're able to dodge, and you're still trying to keep him face to face towards you and like walking away. Pace is kicking up.
I'm going to kick backwards, and I'm going to jump into the air and start flying backwards.
Jump off to float in the air, to where as soon as you go to float, you're able, like, you feel something tug on your wing a little bit, causing you to touch down straight to the ground, to where your heart is racing even more.
I just say, stay away from me. I said I don't want to be your friend.
He's getting closer to where your heart is speeding up, to where the exact same heartbeat that you've been hearing is also speeding up, to where it's synchronizing at the moment. He's like, why are you running? Why are you running? I'm not dangerous. I'm friendly. Don't you want friend? Don't you want more? Aren't you tired of being alone?
I'd say I'm perfectly fine by myself. I don't need anyone else.
Even though I know you want more. Everybody wants more. Trust me. And he is touching touching at the bottom of your foot, to where you can feel cold coming from his hand.
I'm gonna try to kick his hand off.
You kick his hand off to where he looks at you. Oh,
I just say, "That's cold."
well, that was mean. I didn't do anything towards you. To where he walks over towards you and touches your shoulders.
If he's gonna try to touch my shoulders, I'm not gonna try to let him.
What do you do then?
I'm gonna try to dash backwards, like a scoot back.
You were, so where you're prone on the floor, you're kind of like scooting back, letting him get away from you to where you touch the back of a wall.
Bam! Touch the back of a wall.
Yeah. He's getting closer. Don't run. Don't run. I'm not mean. I'm not ruthless. I'm not even mad. As you said, I'm calm.
I'd say you're far too frantic to be calm. As I'm going to back up against the wall, stand up against the wall, push my weight onto the wall, and I'm going to try to kick forward off the wall to tackle him.
I'm calm to where you were just tackle him to where you are on the ground, looking at him face to face as he's pinned straight.
As soon as I tackle him, I'm then going to try to roll forward and just run straight through the alleyway to try to get away.
As you're doing that, give me another wisdom save.
Okay. Okay, 16. We're getting better.
You blast off the wall, pin him to the ground, and go to run. To where as soon as you do, you are caught.
I just say, "Let go!"
You were caught immediately to where as soon as you put him to the ground and you were trying to look at his face through the cowl, something catches you immediately. It's that pit inside of his cowl to where you're not noticing, for a fact, you're not even noticing his face.
I'm gonna try to close my eyes so that I don't look.
Close your eyes.
I'm just gonna try to keep running.
You close your eyes and trying to move away and jump off. You whoosh, close your eyes and move to where you feel his cold hands on your arms. He's like, don't look away, don't close.
I'm shutting my eyes. I'm trying to shake him off.
You have your eyes closed, like, don't run away. Don't look away. Don't close. After all, if you do, the pit gets deeper and deeper.
I say, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to try to keep running, trying to shrug away.
You have not moved. He still have you restricted right there to where he says that pit gets darker as soon as your eyes are closed.
I want to try to break free of his grapple.
You feel a void. You feel a void in your mind as your eyes are closed. As soon as she said that abyss gets darker, you feel a void. If you're going to try to break away, strength save with disadvantage.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay, 15.
It's 15?
Yes. I rolled that's a 12 plus 3. The other roll was a 16 plus 3.
Alright, to where you go to break the grasp, to where one arm is free and you are moving, and you feel a weight hit you immediately.
As this weight hits me, I'm going to, thrust my chin upwards, open my eyes in hopes, because he's on the ground, I think. So if I look up, I wouldn't be looking at him. And I wouldn't be looking into the darkness behind my eyes.
You look up immediately into the eyes, the sky, where you see what looks to be a shrewd silhouette. Pain, blood in your eyes. Keeping close to the eyes, you're looking up into the skies, to the fear of your mind playing tricks. Everything.
I just say,
shackled.
You're not real. You're not real.
You feel shackled like a bird in a cage. What do you hear that? You just hear from that stranger's voice. Oh, the abyss. The abyss is peaceful.
I don't want your abyss.
It's peaceful, isn't it? It's calming and chilling in a way.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
The cold air. Cold air.
Go find you some friends from the Underdark. They would appreciate it more.
So as you're saying that, you're looking deep. So you're still trying to break. Give me another strength save. Still with disadvantage.
Alright, dice, don't fail me now. Okay, that is a 18. The other roll would have been a 22.
You are able to break free and start running away to where it says you are running in your mental lobe. A wall strikes right in front of you.
Ah, I'm gonna try to stop. Can I stop in time?
Yeah, you stop.
And I'm gonna use my momentum from stopping to swing downwards with my wings and take off in flight.
You try to reach out in the flight to where you are hitting a barrier to where it seems.
I'm whipping around, but trying not to look on the ground.
You are around trying to fight. You can't even reach the atmosphere of where you're trying to flee, to where you are caught into your barbs with those words repeating from that stranger. Trapped like a bird in a cage.
Let me out, you freak.
The abyss. Goals, it's calming, isn't it? You can feel things that are
This is the opposite of calm.
to where you are fleeing even more, trying to grasp to where another wall struck into your path. To where you hear those words. It's real. To make the things that are unreal even more real. Feeling that pain again. Feeling that abyss. You've hurt those that you know.
Say, what are you talking about? Why are you doing this? Who are you? If you know so much about me, you should know my name already. Tell me yours.
I can't, because you're too much fun. Too much fun. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw one last time.
Natural 1. You win.
To where the last beat of the heart, you feel where you crash to the ground, tugging at your chest, where you are starting to cough horrendously. Weight in the air around you is getting too thin. To where you hear the abyss. It's peaceful, isn't it? Very peaceful. As everything fades to dark. He's going to go like get his controller or phone. The abyss. It's sickening in a right way. Everything fades to where shoots up, reduced to 1 HP. To where time is moving quick, to where the coins fall into your hand. You are drenched in a wicked cold sweat.
I look around. I stash the coins away.
Time is moving back to where it is. It's fine. Time is fine. Everything is moving. Voices you can hear. Everything is back in time's place. You feel like you are feeling everything that you can possibly fear.
I'm just like, I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Though I swear I'm looking through bars. Like I'm in a cage.
You are running out of the alleyway, coping and trying to get somewhere to you're running out of running out of the alleyway, so where you don't get your mind in bearing and break even more. We're gonna move on, drifting off even further. We're gonna go to another dreamer, getting her bearings together. Maybe in the sense of more practical means, to see if she can learn as much as she can. Becca, introduce us to your character.
Alright. You see about 5'11", extremely pale, white-haired elf. She has on like a blue, almost white cloak with purple linings, a book attached to her hip, along with a little pouch, and she's just kind of walking around a classroom that just mumbling to herself. She looks like she's packing things up.
Kind of see head principal in charge. Just see her. Now, are you sure you want to take a little bit of a break? I mean, you could just, I don't know, wait until the day is at least over. I mean, I'm trying not to keep you here, not trying to pry as much.
No, I probably should go now. If certain people realize I'm going on a little break, they're gonna try and have me go to them, and I don't want that to happen. I'd rather, not have drama. Hope I don't have any classes for the rest of the evening anyways.
Alright, I'll give it to you. If you were, who's going to run your little, who do you have in charge for your little debate club?
Lillian, as the only person I trust.
Do you really trust one of your students to take up? You know, I'm not going to disguise your judgment. It's your call. It's where you kind of just see.
She's the only person I trust her in it.
You see her scratch.
That little kid has more spunk in her than I did when I was 7.
You see her scratch her neck. You see a gnomish figure. You kind of see her. I keep on forgetting you're one of the best teachers that we have, so I shouldn't disown that theory.
Right. Though my methods aren't exactly ideal, but they learn what they need to learn.
Just what you can do, Theramore.
Alright.
Right. I'll leave you to your dealings. Oh, wait, hold on. There is one thing. Are we still on for that little drink on Saturday?
Well, I obviously don't really drink that much, but I would love to keep you company while you do drink.
Please.
So, of course.
Please, both me and you, both me and you know this, I'm going to be knee deep in just regular iced tea.
Yes, I'll be back before Saturday, I promise.
Right? Where you see her walk out of the door, knock on the door, and see a few people talking to her immediately, to where she waved down. You see your head debate student, Lillian walks in. She's elven, like you, has dark brown hair, very not super thick glasses, but kind of thin, to where the prescription is very nimble.
Oh, I forgot that she doesn't wear glasses as well, and she can't see shit without them.
You see her like walk up, holding like your little debate pen, like on her chest with like a little bit of her robe. She's like this. I'm sorry to be a bother, but what type of format should I run over again? I mean, I've gone over like the instant principle of invocations. I'll make sure they are using illusions at the right moment. A few divinations, enchantments, if they need. Do I need to go over any abjurations? And you kind of
You
see.
know what we've been studying all week long since last week. Just run it like I have been for the past week. Just stay on those topics, and you'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of just you kind of see she's about to start running off and picking up in speed every single time she talks, going extremely too fast.
Well, I have a ship to catch, so I'll leave you to. I trust you. No turning the barbarian teacher into a weasel. We've been over this. He doesn't quite like it, even though
Well,
I think it's rather funny.
you see her? Well, we really much can't help it. He tends to barge in out of nowhere. But if anything, yes, ma'am.
That
So
is
you're, like,
also very true.
you see her like stand up. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I pretty much got it from here.
But if it's needed, the polymorph scroll is in my desk.
You see her merely go walk over it. It couldn't hurt just to take one.
Alright, I'll be going.
Right.
You know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah. Do we have it? Make sure I'm correct. Is the teleportation circle only in emergencies?
You don't have to be just for emergencies, but only use it if you can't get a hold of me any other way.
Okay, got it.
But remember, note all the important teleportation circles around the entire continent.
Right.
Of both where I'm going and all the other continents. I don't know where I could end up on this cruise. But speaking of that, I gotta go.
You see her.
I'll be back before the end of the week.
You see her like bow her head a little bit and walk out of the classroom.
She's walking that right behind her.
So you're able to walk out, going through the double doors, to where you were walking, catching dusk, to where the image of a dragon floating straight through the sky, keeping up in horizons.
You do.
And you are going up straight to the teleportation circle to do your job.
Yes. Not making the same mistake I did when I first decided to come to this beautiful land and insult the dragon. That did not end well for me.
You walk up to the rift where the dragon takes its leap, nesting right on the top of it, of the teleportation, like right in front of the teleportation circle, looking at you. Kind of coating wakes up. You can see it's an ancient red dragon.
She starts flipping through her books because she doesn't remember where she's exactly supposed to go. So she's looking through her little notebook to see where she needs to go.
Have you gotten lost again?
No, I'm actually going somewhere, sir.
Excuse me, Miss Snooty. But what... Do you still not remember where you're trying to go? If anything, you know the rift is right behind me.
No. I was just told a couple days ago where I was exactly going, and I've had a lot of meetings since then.
You're flipping through...
And messages.
You're flipping through the book, immediately looking for it where it says Tamriel.
Alright. Oh, that's right. Tamriel. That's where I'm going.
You just see the dragon. Oh, so you're going to my brother's island. I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, I am.
Do you remember my name at least, Miss Snooty?
Of course, Amarin. Of course.
Ah, music to my ears. Okay, here you go, to where you see a Myron.
Once I learn the name, I don't forget it.
You see a Myron move up the way. Alright, in you go.
Alright, thank you, and I'll be back in a couple of days. Hopefully, if I don't die. I'm very squishy.
Oh, and if you do see my big head of a little brother, tell him I said hi.
I will do. I'm sure he'll appreciate the hello.
You go straight through the rift. Give me a dexterity save.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm actually pretty decent at those. Natural 20
Oh, damn.
for a 22.
I did not actually expect that for Becca's first roll.
I mean, her only bad stat is her strength. It's only a 7.
That's shocking. To where you
Not for her.
you are able to go through. You almost stumble to where you're able to keep everything stable and set. Walking through, you are in the middle square, fountain town of all of Tamriel, to where you kind of see the sign on the way. It's saying the whole town, the whole capital of where you are of Oasis.
You think they would have a better place for a teleportation circle? Poof.
So you are now in the dead stack middle of Tamriel. What would you like to do in this case?
I'd actually like to go and sit down for a little bit and just relax. Probably go see if any places serve some hot tea or anything.
Right, you go to a little quickie inn, and to speak of food service, probably if you betting from the way it looks, couldn't walk in. Gonna get to the sense of there's a dwarven female over there, keeping her sense, washing her glasses. It's okay, so a little bit of a new customer, eh? What can I do for you?
A nice meal and maybe some hot tea if you have it.
Hot tea and what else, darling?
Just that'll be it.
Alright, see what I can do for you. Do you want any cream, sugar, any one of those weird...
just honey and lemon.
Honey and lemon, okay, so a little bit of a fancier folk type tea. You see, alright, I'll get that out to you, dear. Go ahead, sit right at the table here.
Alright. She's a little confused on how that's fancier, because, that's usually what she drinks with the other teachers at the school.
You go to, go to sit down, get your bearings together, she would pour straight to the kettle, walk through, kind of bubbling a little bit, very big dress that she's wearing, with that apron type dress that kind of stuck on, kind of a little smuggler minor look to her face. Until she puts it on the table. All right, there you go. All right.
Thank you.
If you need any food or any type of just any type of substance, I pretty much got you.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Alright, you got your tea, Theramore. Anything goes into your speck of the horizon?
No, that's just about it. She just drinks it and then pays for it and then decides to go walking around and see what she can find.
Right. So good, you pay or before the play. Alright. And just put down the gold piece to where you can see.
I put down 2 gold pieces and just walk away.
You should just put down 2 gold pieces. Oh my. Okay, I was right. She is pretty persnickety fancy.
Yeah, I have 300 gold pieces. It's fine.
Sweet.
I can learn to lose them.
You go.
Math. Okay, that's fine.
You go to walking away, getting your bearings. Theramore, what would you like to look for into the whole town and market district of Oasis?
Probably just what she was sent here to do. Learn some information about the place.
Right. You're gonna get a little bit. You're gonna scope around the whole entire area. If need be, If you want to take a few ganders at historical sites, good agriculture industrial places.
Just being a tourist.
Well, kind of like writing down, documenting. There is cut. There's like cut three towns in these places to where hard workers, coal miners, any type of mineral miners. You have a few guildsmen, few smugglers. A lot. You see like a lot of the king's army.
Oh.
We're now looking at it, and you kind of get like glancing like around, looking around. This is a very big piece of island. Well,
That's a lot bigger than what I'm used to.
basically, like from wherever you, from like your last locations where your school is, it's pretty much like the biggest piece of land that you can see. 100 acres, and now getting to the grand as soon as you walked out of the school and whenever you got done talking to Myron, you're now noticing in the air there is three moons, of course. Three moons in the sky. But the main moon that is out is the one of blue. By judging of the time of when you came here and as soon as you left, it is nearby 11 o'clock.
I need to get a place to stay. It's getting pretty late.
And whenever you were looking around being a tourist, you notice there's a big festival going all the way until next morning, to where it's starting directly at midnight.
Or I could, take part in that. She's actually gonna go towards where the festival is setting up.
It takes you about like a rough 50 minutes to where running through, keeping a glance, keeping a look out, a little bit of like a night eye in a few taverns, where you can see like a few like taverns close a few taverns close immediately. A family is walking all the way over there, kind of wearing certain like a few dresses, like a few like dressed up a little bit in like a very rugged time, still walking through to where you are in the main threshold of the capital, to where you can see the tower grounds, guardsmen patrolled everywhere in a stand, where I would say Salvarine, Falchion, Austin, let's see your character's name again.
I have to look it up again. Torvald.
Fairmore, you guys are pretty much enclosed in the exact same space, but you guys do not see each other.
Alright.
We're kind of see crowded up, a few families gathered up, a lot of kids on shoulders, a few townspeople looking around, everything, toward the councilman, and you see three people walk up on the middle of the stand. Turning around, you see the king of this place. Stands in the middle, holding in true clarity, very flamboyant, but holding a blade to his side, looking like he's always prepared. See, true high elven man, the stature. Greetings and greetings, all inhabitants and residents of Tamriel. It is I, your king, Highlander Garum. I beseech you on this day to where It has been a grand total of 100 years past time, toward no event of war, death, or any type of illness has taken over all of Tamriel. Tonight, we are stronger, smarter, and might I say more charismatic and pragmatic than we are. We have finally reached into an Adynia of peace, a glory sight of happiness, to where one day entirely, we get to have fun. Fun and breathe out in the air to where we are not contaminated in, to where we all can finally have a time together to let loose, have fun, and make sure that we are either drunk and tattered, filled with food, feasting all around, having good moments, and idolizing and removing every bit of bad. We are in the safe haven period, to where if there was a war, I doubt they would strike, give or take 1,000 years. So, in further enclosure before we get this party started, our head alchemist, the scientist of all of Tamriel, Cain Albatross, would like to enclose some greater information brought to the table that can indeed help us if we do end up falling down the job, if we do get sick, if we do get injured. He's found something new, to where you see him move back and you see a man in a lab coat, glasses, freckles, kind of like a smoothed out glistening cowlick, but to where you see him like hobble a little bit. Good evening, everybody, citizens of Tamriel. Cain Albatross, and for anybody writing down notes, Cain Albatross, Kaine, and albatross like the bird.
They have this name written down.
Hopefully, I can tell you we found this new substance to where it kind of looks like a sort of. It's some sort of substance, kind of like liquidy, where it's kind of darkened in a bit. We've extracted a few bits of DNA where we can make a few serums, possibly by the looks and judgment from like not only me and my fellow alchemist. It appears we might enclose to a certain extent, in a way, probably immortality. Immortality is a far stretch. I mean, a lot of things you're not supposed to touch, but curiosity does strike man. It's where we need to get this information throughout. Hopefully, whenever we get more data, we can probably start giving out serums, kind of like a vaccine, probably starting onto the sense to where we can basically almost live forever. Tamriel won't have to fall. And whenever that comes to the moment, the substance where you see him like hold up a vial to where you can see a black ooze. Hopefully the substance, even trained and manipulated in the right way, hopefully we won't have to worry as much of material running out. This stuff can probably last forever. No more getting sick, no more getting cuts, bruises, and marks. No more long goodbyes. We can make the best out of an amazing and possibly better situation to where you hear a booming in the background right where the laboratory of Cain Albatross is, where the scientist and him are looking over, of a giant green light arcing into the sky. Wherever you see it looking around. Wait, what's happening? To where you see fires, debris falling all over the place. And a scientist running up, injured, holding his arm. Your Majesty, Kane, we have a problem. The substance that we found. I don't know what's happening, but for another boom, catastrophe, explosion echoing throughout. To where it hits, arcing into the side of the kingdom, hitting the tower. Looking around and feeling rumblings of an earthquake onto the ground, shaking and rattling, bellowing to where you can see the earth split straight into the middle. Everything is shaking. Everything is breaking apart. What is happening? You see a substance lifting out of the cracks of the fissure. Substance remarking of that what Kane had in his hand. A substance peering out. You can see staring at the abyss as everybody's looking. What is that thing? Toward making sounds kind of like static, to where it latches onto a citizen and just starts ripping to shreds on the body. Keeping up to the image, from what everybody can see, being made of certainty, of an image caught of true shadow, to where more is starting to rip out of the ground, going after person after person after person. More explosions happening in the background, fire starting, buildings being torn. Everything is heading straight towards chaos. To where everybody's caught in the middle except for you four in the middle, looking around as all of this is happening.
Am I alive right now? What is going on? This feels like a dream.
You see a few guardsmen, a few warriors, a few guild members fighting off these creatures, these substances, these shadows. Going away at madmen, more deaths patrols, families running.
I think the world's creating its balance. Something like what he was saying can't exist. The
Just wait,
universe
what?
needs order and balance.
You see,
What is going on?
you hear screaming out in the distance. Get them away! Quick, retreat! Straight into the citadel! To where you see the king and some men running out, and a lot of townspeople are following the king's men, running off. Do you guys wish to follow and fight off some of these foes, or just keep to yourselves?
I'm gonna follow because I'm not very I'm very squishy. I'm very easy to hit.
I'm
need
ready
to
to
get
fight anything that gets close. Otherwise, I'm backing the heck up.
You guys,
Yeah, I'll fight anything that gets close, but I'm backing the fuck up.
all of you are ready.
Yeah.
Closing the distance. Closing the distance, making sure that they do not touch you. You're running up straight to the citadel to where the king trips and falls straight in. To where you see a lot of townspeople are trying to get in, to where the king closes the door with a few guards inside with him. To where you see a few of the guards Your Majesty. to where you hear like, keep back! Back! To where more is being clusterfuck, more fires, more buildings erupt, and you can see a hurl of fire, a fireball crashing at your guys' vicinity, knocking all of you away.
I turn back to look at it as soon as I can. Just my head. Nothing
All
else.
of you get knocked back to where, I would say in this moment, Theramore and Salvarine, you two are together. Talvar and Falchion, you two are together.
Yes.
All of you are blurry and you're seeing through the rubble. Keep an eye to yourself to where you hear more of like that static sounds
Question,
of like,
am I still at 1 hit point?
I would say during this time you were healed back up. You
Okay,
still
good.
It feels rough after like that impact enclosed all of you to where you guys are rough, but you guys are still at your stable hit points.
Okay, good. I'm just kind of sitting up, trying to see what it is at the center of this fire.
You're looking through the fire to where you can see an image glowing through. In something engulfed of true bitter pit of shadows. To where the two split groups forming another fire of these shadows. As the flame dies down, 2 on 2 are right in front of all of you. Roll for initiative.
Here we go.
The flying fox.
Alright.
That don't count.
I'm going last.
What'd you roll?
You are?
3.
That's a 11 for Sovereign.
11 from Sovereign, 3 from Theramore. Falchion.
How do you roll 3?
Easy.
I'm
I
gonna say.
won.
Man, this is initiative, right?
Yes.
That is a 19 for initiative from Falchion.
Okay, 3, 13, 19. What did you roll? Austin.
A good old 22 this time.
Okay.
Nice.
22, 19, 13, 3. You are up, Bruiser.
Alright, of course, you know I got to bonus action Roger.
Roger.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna try to hit him with the great axe. I'm gonna try to hit him with the battle axe two-handed.
Alright, go ahead.
That's a 15.
Alright. 15 hits.
Am I wrong for... Alright. That is for a good old 16 points of damage.
Alright, how would you like to do this?
Oh, I killed it already?
Yep, you killed one already.
I guess I would like to just slash with the battle axe.
To where you go to see jumps and leaps to where you're able to cleave straight through. Still have your moment up. To where you have your bonus action.
I use my bonus action to rage.
Oh yeah, look at that. Scrolling it straight through. Falchion, you're up. One is right in front of you.
Go. I'm going to right in front as in like 5 feet in front, or as in like 10, 15, 20. How
10.
far are we looking? 10 feet. So if I take a step back, I won't provoke opportunity, I don't think.
You're not within range.
Okay, good. Because I do want to take a step back so that I won't get disadvantage from using a longbow.
Technically, if you're
I'm gonna
within,
take a-
if it's 10 feet, if these 10 feet are in front of you, you can still take a shot.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and not have disadvantage. You're not in melee range.
Yeah,
True.
as long as if
How
you're in
many
melee
of
range.
these creatures are there?
Well, Tarvald killed one, so there's one right in front of you.
There's one. Is that the only one I can see?
That's the only one you can see right now.
Alright, well, I'm just going to
Roll to hit.
take an arrow, draw back. Does a 16 hit?
Hits.
Awesome. As I will release that arrow, that will do. Oh, nice. 13 points of piercing damage.
You see as to when you take that arrow in, straight into the side, like into the front of its head, as it goes limp, falling straight to the ground.
How do I say? Never miss my mark.
So as soon as you two clear out those first two ones, you hear another bit of the a little bit like that static sound coming through to where you see three more appear straight out with a few crevices.
Let's just say, heads up, we got more. Can I fire another arrow?
On your bonus action, yes you can.
Okay. How far away are they?
They are 15.
15. Nice. I'm going to use my movement. I'm going to back up about as far as I can.
You still could take. Alright.
And then I'm going to release a shot.
Alright, go ahead, roll to hit.
How about a 25?
Definitely hits.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage.
Where you take a shot straight into its shoulder, you kind of see it just looking straight at you. Did not go down, but it's looking straight at you.
Nice. Okay, that'll end my turn.
Does a 18 hit you, Talvo?
It does.
Alright. You kind of see as its body slenders out, kind of making like a whip, kind of like a tentacle whip. Take a measly 2 points.
What type of damage is it?
Piercing.
Okay.
And also give me a constitution save.
Oh, Constitution save. I'm pretty good at those.
Banger.
I got 23.
Alright. To where you see it just hits you immediately. Where you kind of feel like it sting, kind of like numb your arm a little bit, to where you're able to shake it off, and that numbness fades. As it's going in for another attack. 18 hits you again.
Yep.
Take 11 points this time. You're doing over there also.
I'm doing pretty decent. I still got. I'm only missing 6 hit points now.
Yep. Because you took that full-on 10 and that full-on... you took on that full-on 11 and full-on 2.
Well, yeah, but you gotta think, I'm also raging, so I half the damage.
Mm-hmm. And I like to get my W's where I can get. Also, make me another Constitution.
Alright, another con savey boy. That's a 26.
Has to where like another part of the nimbus to where it hits you right into your neck this time, and you're able to like rub it off immediately. Ending that one's turn. The other one, Falchion, does a 14 hit you?
Misses.
Alright, to where you see one of their whips come out, going to hit you to where you're able to dodge. And
I'm too fast.
the second one misses. Alright, third one coming up to snuff. 15. Does 15 hit?
Misses.
And the second one, also from the third other creature, misses you as well.
Oh man.
Where they are, and they are now swarming. Like, they are now swarming both
How
of
many
you.
of them are they? There's 3 of them.
There's 3 now. All 3 of them are swarming the both of you.
Oh boy. Interesting.
Swapping
I'm up.
over. To where it is now moving on. Sovereign, right in front of you and Theramore, there are 2 of these creatures.
10 feet.
They're 5 feet in front. One is 5 feet in front of you, Sovereign, and there is one 10 feet in front of Theramore.
Alright.
Against the one that's 5 feet in front of me, I'm going to take my hand axe and I'm gonna kind of rub it up the side as I speak a certain incantation, and it booms out, and I cast a booming blade, and I strike the one that's closest to me.
Roll to hit.
That's a 7.
Misses.
Oh wait, no, 9.
Misses.
Unlucky. And then, as
Maybe
my
bonus
bonus
action.
can I use the hand axe again and try to hit it again?
Yes.
Alright, I'll try it one more time. 8.
Misses.
Oops.
And to where
Just be.
you go to like rushing out in this creatures to where you kind of see it like fight dash on through.
Oh
Looking
boy, I
just through the
hockey
street.
pass, you sure are quick. And I'm going to kind of like hold my hand axe at the ready. It's kind of, come at me with all you got, and I will stay where I am.
Right towards you. Natural 20.
Unlucky, man.
To where it runs and jumps to bite. Double damage. Twice. Okay, that is. Take 12 points of damage.
I'm freaking down.
So you see it runs and bites at you with very sharp teeth.
No. You rolled a 6 on that d6, didn't you?
I rolled 1-6, 1 wave, 1 moment.
It's lucky crit. As it bites into me, I'm just like, I hope this is a dream. Just fall back.
And
Well, it was nice not knowing you.
bonus action as it's looking over towards you, as it takes its tendril and sticks straight to your neck. As you hear like one of those like wicked glitch thing like sounds coming from it. To where you feel something imperimented in your mind and in your little unconscious state. Ending that one's turn. The next one, the one right in front of you, Theramore, is looking right at you. Is gonna dash and take a bite. Does an 11 hit?
Misses, just misses.
Okay, does
think
a
it's 12.
17 plus 2
That
hit, which is a
hit.
19.
That hit. My AC is a 12.
Right? To where you kind of see, like, first bite, you're able to, like, dodge as it comes clear straight towards your side and bites you right into the center of your ribs. Take 5
This is
points
not relaxing.
of piercing damage.
Alright, I'm
Oh,
still up.
GM,
Yes,
the thing you shared with us, those are what we're fighting, right?
that's what they are.
Dang, they look scary.
But they're like a picture of one of them, which you can see.
Yeah, and you said that it has like tentacles. It can grab stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get your sliming hands off of me, if I can call them hands.
They take the full the damage to where it's end of their turn. Thermore, you're up.
I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on the thing that's attacking me.
Do I have to roll, or do you have to roll to hit?
It's a roll to hit.
Go ahead.
But that doesn't matter. It's an 18 plus 7.
Definitely.
Alright. Ooh. So, 16 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I just kind of want to shove it off of me, like, get away!
Mm-hmm.
As I do fire damage to it.
To where you just like push it away, like a flame shield. Like, get off me! Lighting it on fire.
Alright, and then I'm going to do a firebolt at the one that's over there attacking the unconscious person. Because that's probably not going to help.
Roll to hit.
Alright. That's an 18.
Hits.
Okay. That's not too great. That's 3 points of damage to that one.
To where you hit it, and the tendril flies off from his neck.
Uh-oh, I pissed it off. Whoopsies.
And in your turn,
Yep. Yeah, that ends my turn.
round that back up to initiative. Tarvold.
I'm gonna hit this motherfucker that hit me.
Go ahead.
That's a critical hit in my books.
Which was?
Wait, what?
Say it again.
I got a crit.
Alright, go ahead, roll that damage.
Rolling critical hit damage. For 15 points of crit damage.
I don't want to do this.
Yo!
I guess just a slash across their head, or whatever they would call a head.
Right.
You just like cut the head where it's like still like flying off, looking, and just cut straight through again. Where it just falls to the ground in a peaking height of like kind of sewagey like substance on the ground. You got a
Alright.
section.
I guess I'll attack the another one then.
Alright, you run up to one that is kind of swarming Falchion a bit.
Yeah, I got an 18 on that one.
Hits.
That's for 14 points of damage.
How do you want to do this again?
I guess just a slash through the middle.
It's where you just like thrust through the greatsword through and just cleave.
Oh, it's a
all the
battle
way up.
axe.
Battle axe, my bad.
Hey, you're fine.
Cleave through immediately and just like pull straight up with the battle axe. Cutting it down straight into the substance. Ending your turn. Falchion, you're up, bro. You got one left on your side. Falchion.
I'm here, and I'm ready.
Yeah. You got one more on your side, and it's looking right in front of you, 5 feet.
Okay, well, I'm going to take out my 2 daggers. And I'm going to stab.
Alright, go ahead, roll to hit them both.
Alright, first roll does a 24 hit.
Hits.
Okay, damage. 7 points of piercing.
Still caught in the grasp. You got another attack. Towards still looking at you.
14. Does a 14 hit?
Hits.
Nice. Another attack. 8 points of piercing.
Alright, how do you want to do this?
As I take the first stab, and it's still holding on, I said, get off me! Next one. Right to the jugular.
So you try to kick in the jugular, there is no junk.
Or like where the jugular would be, right in the nape of the neck. Just.
Alright, where you cut.
The Adam's apple.
Oh.
Where you cut straight into the back, cutting the nape like a titan.
Nice.
Ending that turn. It's where you and Talvar are pretty much done at this moment, clearing your side, swooping all the way to the other side. You, Salvarine, roll a death saving throw. Death saving throws, 10 or higher. You get a natural 20, you gain 2. At 1, you gain 2 deaths.
Yeah, don't die. I can't hear you.
Death saving throw?
Yeah. Again, what I said, if you get a natural 20, 2 successes,
7.
mark 1 death failed.
Yep. I'm not rolling well tonight. Just one roll.
Just 1 roll. You see that one that you hit, knocking him off of Salvarine Theramore? You see it looking at you, taking its whip. I'm going to go hit you. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it does. I'm about to go down.
Alright. Where's this?
That's 5 hit points.
Take 5 points of piercing.
I'm a squishy sorcerer.
You are knocked down, I presume. Because it's a 4+1.
Yeah.
You are knocked down. Knocking you down. Smack you in the head. To where
I guess this is a bad time to say I read my wild magic setting wrong, and technically it's at level 1 instead of level 2.
Mm-hmm. You are knocked down to where you kind of see it going back over, to where it walks over to you and injects you straight to your neck. Mark 1 fail.
My fuck balls. Alright.
To where we're gonna zoom towards you, Theramore. Roll a d20. You already know the rules. 10 or higher, pass.
Yes,
Lower if you roll.
I got a
d20.
10.
Okay, you pass. That's 1
Here,
pass.
everybody. Yay!
All right, zooming over.
I'm 1-1, guys.
Zooming over towards Talvarod, to where you can hear a little bit of commotion of the exact same creatures, but right behind you.
Alright.
Squishy. I have a DC hit point.
What would you like to do, Talvarod? Would you like to flee out of the area or go towards that south?
I guess go towards the sound.
All right, to where you dash and run over to the sound, where you see 2 people are knocked unconscious.
Well, shit.
You see
Oh, hi,
one of,
Lego.
so you can see one
Hi.
of the same creatures that you,
No, you can't
and
have
so-
any of this stuff. Stop it.
to where you and Falchion fought. You can see the exact same creature.
Alright.
So it's knocked him down.
I was the last one upstairs.
And it looks like it's like it's doing something towards the unconscious person. What would you like to do?
You said I dashed over there?
Yeah.
How far am I from it?
You are currently from where you like kind of leaped over a little bit of the debris. Let's see, adding on 10 to that, you got about 15 feet of movement left. It is about 20 out of your range. So about 5 out your range.
Okay. Well, because I could toss a spear at it.
The distance, yes, you can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Hits. Roll damage.
Not as good, it's only 7.
How do you want to do this?
I guess I would like the spear to impale it in the head.
Damaging, having the head planted into the ground, marking out and ripping out that tendril upon to the female's body.
Do I still have that ability left?
End of initiative.
Wait, I'm still making death saves, though.
Yeah, so both of you roll.
Oh, fucking. That's 15.
That's a 10.
Mark a pass. Pass as well.
Does anybody have heals? That's a 2.
I don't.
Mark
That's
a fail.
2 failures.
2 failures so far.
My character dies first episode, guys. 17.
Do I need to roll again too?
Pass. Yes, Becca.
5.
Fail.
I don't want to roll the dice. I don't want to roll it.
I can use
that's 12.
12 pass. Becca, how many was that for you?
Alright, that's 3 for me.
3 for
That was
right.
3 for me.
Right, 50-50. If you want to roll, you roll. But if anyone has healing, you can heal.
If anybody can
Does
heal
that mean I'm
me,
stable again?
I
Yeah.
don't have healing.
You are stable. Some rangers can heal, Gabe.
I
It's
know
not yet. We're level
Not yet,
1.
Rangers don't have spellcasting at level 1.
I'll use my healing hands from the Asimar to heal one of the people that are down.
Alright, who do you want to heal? You want to heal the shifter, or do you want to heal the elf even though she's stabilized?
I guess heal the elf. The elf is closer.
Alright. Go ahead.
I swear, Austin, if my character dies, I'm gonna never forgive you.
It's only 1 hit point. It's based off my level.
It would make it to where I don't die. I'm making death saves right now.
I'm back. I'm back at 1 hit.
Do you have healing now?
That's alright. Of course I don't.
Oh. I will never forgive you. Okay.
Fuck.
Unless I can roll better than a 10.
Or a 10 or higher.
Yeah, 10 or higher.
Yeah.
15 or higher? I have 2 fails and 2
It's
successes.
10 or higher, not 15. What is wrong with
10.
you? This is not freaking like 3.5.
Gabe, I'm not gonna look at this dice. I want you to tell me what it is. Let's see.
1.
Don't.
18. You're alive.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, what is your class, Michael?
He's an artificer.
How are you an artificer and you went down before me? I'm a sorcerer.
I got
My hit point is
crit,
a
Becca.
D6.
I got crit. I got crit and he high rolled on the dice.
High rolled once on the dice.
am a weak little sorcerer, so I am going to be staying back the entire campaign, so I don't get hit.
You both.
I guess I just kind of shoot up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
At least I wasn't that dramatic.
And
I just sat up.
I touch myself with cure wounds at first level.
Oh, wow. So the one healer went down like a little bitch.
And I heal back to full.
I'm getting your bearings up to where you hear another one of those screeches come out of nowhere.
Choose we run, because I really don't feel like fighting. Just in my opinion.
There's more. It's safe to keep them away. Keep them at a distance.
Yeah, how about I get hit with one of them again?
Are there more coming?
There, by the sound of it, yes.
I'm gonna fire a firebolt at one of them.
They are not within range. They are coming, though.
Are they within 120 feet?
Again,
Well,
I
he's
say
probably saying you can't
they are
see
not
him.
within range. You can't see them, dude.
Okay.
That's what I've been saying.
Alright,
They're
I'm gonna-
making her way out of their range.
I'm booking it.
Out of
I'm booking
their
it.
path.
Faramore is leaving. Falchion, Tarval, Savarine.
I suggest we get the fuck out.
Alright, you guys are
I'm
running.
following
I'm not
you,
dying
brother.
again.
You guys are running through the neck of town, of left of town, to where you guys are running to a big building, crashes down, blocking your path immediately.
Say good. I start running to the right of it, trying to run around it.
So they're running to the
Wait,
right
I'm there.
to where you hear another one of those screeches.
Nope,
Okay.
I'm going around. Bye.
Behind
Tippy.
us?
Right to the right of where you're running.
Can I see it?
Yes,
How close?
enough.
I firebolt it.
Nope,
Lit.
I keep running. Fuck this shit.
I mean, I'm
Faramore
running as I'm firebolting. but-
is running to the left.
I mean, I
I'm
firebolt and then I'm
following
running
Laura.
around. That's a 11 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah, it
It's
uses
keep
my
running.
aberrant dragon mark, by the way. So I'm just like my whole arm just pulses, and I'm like it kind of fires off to the side, like, and I turn around and start running with everybody else.
Two guys are running, getting to what kind of looks like a ruined version of the library, keeping down to the crunches to where right behind you, the rock slams closing that exit to where you guys came in through, where you guys are laying on the ground with a lot of townsfolk, kind of with you barricaded and injured.
Wait, the rock fell down, or it got like kind of pulled into place
Fell
by
down.
somebody? Okay, so we're trapped in here, basically.
Not in a sense.
Okay.
You just closed that. Just closed the back part.
Oh.
To where you guys are
Maybe I should have left.
keeping fine, keeping your safe haven. I'm gonna end for tonight.
Oh man.
Cliffhanger, baby.
Start.
I mean, I think this is exactly where you ended the first session the first time around.
End of the prologue. Start of chapter 1. The end.
Yeah, no, this shit was fucking insane.
Nice, Kaz.
Dude, I felt so useless. I got downed immediately. I missed both of my rolls, so I didn't hit at all. Then I got crit immediately and got downed in one hit. Almost failed all my death saves.
For everybody, even though I know it's kind of tilted from the, I'm going to let you look at the recording screen. This is what the enemies are going to look like. Some of them are going to look like this, but the main ones that the party had saw is a different breed. I'm going to send another picture. And I'm going to say, I'm actually going to have to edit a little bit to where you don't have to see the specific part of the character sheet. The image, at least.
Alright.
You did it Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, have fun playing with the wild magic sorcerer, boys.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
I'm
fun.
having fun already. I'm so glad you can't heal anybody.
Bro, why are you mad she
You're the
can't
healer.
heal? But why don't you heal?
I downed in one hit. Otherwise, I would have healed myself if I survived. So I've got a +5 to that.
You know, Brondle's wild magic is nothing compared to the shit that I can do.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You're wild magic
technically-
purge sorcerer.
So
Which means you
technically,
have a
after
lot
I
of
cast the
spells.
chromatic orb, I should have rolled a d20,
I was about
but
to
I
wait for you.
forgot.
Yeah, I was about to wait for you to catch on it. I didn't want to call it out on you immediately. But nah,
I
fam.
forgot. I forgot.
You'll remember.
I'll remember next session because he has us do. If he sticks to what he did last time.
Yeah.
But so far it's been pretty much kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
No, in fact, it's been the exact same. Because, like,
Here
the
you
prologue and then getting off of Tamriel is basically
Prologue to the mission,
going to be.
feeling the fears. I did a demo of this before I started to attempt this for my audience to for the audience to realize. But what you guys have fought is called a Zuken. A Zukaken. Zukakens are basically, from what you can see, the lesser breeds of the creature that you saw.
I'm trying to see where. Oh, it's in the.
Wait,
Spell
you got
Zuk-
down too, Becca?
Oh yeah, I see it.
What did you say?
Did you go down too?
Pronunciation
Yeah,
of the
I'm
name.
a squishy sorcerer.
Yeah, you got killed in one hit too, so what are you talking about?
Actually, no, it was 2 hits.
Yeah, she got killed.
How much HP do you have?
I have 9.
Yeah, I've got 12. It's so he did my entire health bar with a crit.
A Zukin spelled Zukakin. Zukakin.
Nice.
I already had that written down from previous.
Alright. Keep in mind bearing happy Halloween, happy trails, and good night to everybody.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.